Alright team, my name's Albert, the nutrition coach, and in today's video we're talking about the best workout routine to build muscle. Let's go! The workout you're going to be watching whilst I'm explaining about this topic is one of the quarter-final workouts from the 2024 CrossFit Games season, and the workout was 3 rounds of 10 handstand push-ups, 20 toes to bar. 3 rounds of that, and then 2 rounds of 10 strict handstand push-ups and 2 rope climbs, 2 rounds of that, and then 1 round of 10 wall-facing strict handstand push-ups and 20 ring muscle-ups. Did I complete the workout? Let's find out. We're going to talk about beginners first in the gym. And if you are planning on starting to go to the gym, then I'm not talking about nutrition here. I'm purely focusing on the best kind of workout routine to build muscle. If you are new into going into the gym, you need to keep it simple and you need to keep it sustainable. Simple and sustainable. So simple, it's not going to be confusing, and sustainable, the number of times per week you're going into the gym. Obviously, if you go in more often with adequate rest between workouts, however you're planning on doing your workouts, then if you're going in more frequently into the gym, then you will get results quicker compared to, say, somebody who goes in 5 times a week, as opposed to, say, once or twice a week. But as a beginner, I don't want somebody that I'm training to think, oh my goodness, the thought of going into the gym 4 times a week from the get-go is too overwhelming. So what I'd recommend, somebody who finds the gym quite overwhelming and the whole idea of resistance training quite scary, is to try twice per week to start with. Eventually trying to do a minimum of 3 times per week. But twice a week, say on a Monday and a Thursday, 2 full body sessions, that's absolutely fine. And then ideally, for anyone actually of any level of beginner to advanced, 3 times per week, whether you're like building muscle or just wanting to maintain muscle or what you have, 3 times a week I would say is pretty optimal. So if we're going twice per week, full body, then what I'd recommend you do is focus on compound lifts. So compound lifts basically means multiple muscle groups are required to complete the movements. So compound lifts include back squat, deadlifting, bench press, overhead press with a barbell or dumbbells. In my opinion, barbell is like one of my favorites, but dumbbells are also really good because you're having to use each arm or each leg separately depending on what movement you're doing. So just pick even like 5 or 6 different exercises. So say for a full body, your first workout could be back squat for 5x5, 5 sets of 5 repetitions. I'll explain what sets and reps are in a minute. Deadlifts, followed by an overhead press, a bench press, and then you could end with another, say, arm exercise or something. And then on the second workout, you could start off with an upper body compound lift, like a pull-up, and then moving on to something like a Romanian deadlift, and then some dumbbell lunges, followed by a couple of other exercises. Sets and repetitions, that basically means sets, for example, say of squats. It's the number of times you're going to be doing the movement, and repetitions are the amount of times you're performing the movement within a set. So what I mean is like 4 sets of 12 reps on the back squat would be pick up the barbell for the back squat, you do 12 repetitions, and that counts as 1 set. And then you might change the weight, have a little rest, and then do another 12, and that's another set of 12 repetitions. But if you are doing twice a week, then in my opinion, you want to be focusing on progressive overload, so trying to use more weight or doing more workload within the workout every single week, but don't overcomplicate it. Try and use a bit more weight on the barbell, or say add an extra rep in for every set, or just add in 1 extra set. Or what you might find is that you do 4 sets of 12 reps with the same weight for a few weeks, but the weight actually starts to feel easier after a few weeks, and that is also a form of progression, which is absolutely fine. And it can be easy to get really caught up with all the information that's out there online about what's the perfect workout routine to do. But like I said, keep it simple, compound lifts, and then I would recommend a couple of exercises, do quite heavy, like for example 5 sets of 5 repetitions, and then for the other 3 remaining exercises within your workout, so 2 heavy, and then the other 3 is to do it a bit higher repetitions, between say 12 and 15 repetitions. But I would say the quality of every set, if you're going twice a week, needs to be really good. So you're pushing yourself to the point of when you're still able to perform the exercise correctly and with good form, but you're really pushing it and you're just about able to maintain good form, but you're having to really fight to maintain that good form because it's getting heavy and you're getting fatigued. But that is what is going to make the body adapt. Progressive overload does, but also pushing the intensity. So you need to see repetitions as a continuum, 0 up to 15 reps, in my opinion. I'm going to explain what I mean by that. So if you're doing a 1 repetition max, you're going for a full out 1 rep, 1 weight you can do for 1 repetition. That's what you typically see in like a powerlifting competition. In my opinion, that is mainly, you're still training the muscle groups, but let's say for a deadlift, for example, you're training mainly the central nervous system to get used to moving heavy loads. And the benefit to that is, for example, if your body has been frequently used to shifting heavy loads like a 1 or 2 rep max, then let's say somebody goes on a skiing holiday, somebody who does frequent training with like 1 or 2 rep maxes, as well as the other high repetition stuff, but 1 or 2 rep maxes, and they're in a skiing accident, let's just say that they, I don't know, hit a tree, then somebody who trains compared to somebody who doesn't train is going to come off much better compared to somebody who doesn't train, because their body has been used to having heavy loads put through the system. The central nervous system has gotten used to that. So the body's going to be protected way better than somebody who doesn't train and is going to be weaker. And weight training, you can look on scientific journals that we've had to use for referring to at university and for my dissertation, but the link between resistance training and increasing bone density, increasing protection around the joints, helping management with hypertension, with keeping blood pressure low, and just overall health is just so good. And you want to be maintaining strength, especially as you get older and get into old age, just to protect the joints so you can feel confident in your body still. So the lower reps, higher weight stuff, really good for getting that central nervous system used to shifting heavy loads, increasing the strength of your tendons and ligaments. And then as we go up the repetitions to like 5, 8, even 12 and 15, that's becoming more focused onto muscular hypertrophy. So tearing down muscle fibers through resistance exercises under load, and then repairing through good nutrition between workouts so they repair and grow back stronger. And obviously you have to just keep repeating that process. So increasing muscular hypertrophy around joints is beneficial to helping protect, let's just say, biceps and triceps, helps with protecting against tennis and golfers' elbow, also increasing, in aesthetics, which is obviously really good, and overall getting stronger. And some people think, should I just do powerlifting? Should I just do higher repetition stuff? In my opinion, doing a combination of both. If you have a stronger central nervous system used to shifting heavy loads, you can generally use higher weights for the high repetition stuff. If you're increasing your muscular size with the high repetition stuff, then you generally will be able to shift heavier loads in the 1 rep, 2 rep, 3 rep max range. So they both help each other. And you can do weights above 15 repetitions, like 20 to 25. But in my opinion, it still will stimulate your muscles, especially if you're pushing the intensity. But it's just becoming more of a cardiovascular exercise the higher up you go with the rep ranges. So I would say stick to that kind of rep range, 0 to 15, unless you're really worried about doing weight training, and you can do the high repetition stuff if you really want to in the beginning. So 2 days a week if you're really worried about the gym. If you feel like you're ready, I would then recommend somebody starting off the gym 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or say Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, something like that. And you do full body 3 times a week, or full body workout, upper body and a lower body workout. And if you do 4 days a week, do upper, lower. And if you do 5 days a week, one of my favourites, that would be a push day, a pull day, and then a leg day, followed by an upper body day and then a lower body day. Or you can do 6 days a week like I do. But if you were to do 6 days a week in the beginning, then I'll keep your workouts shorter, but obviously because you've got the frequency in there. So somebody who's doing 3 days a week might do, say, an hour and a half in the gym. But somebody who's doing 6 days a week might just do like 40 minutes to 45 minutes in the gym. Now, if we jump forward and we're talking about people who are more advanced, like myself, about 10, 11 years in the game, then what I'd really think about, say for myself, I do 6 days a week. I have like a similar routine that I do every day with my running, and then do a lot of weighted pull-ups, weighted dips, strict handstand push-ups and stuff. But then alongside that, I'm doing CrossFit sessions, and I also front squat once a week, a session, back squat once a week, and do weightlifting stuff. So it's the same thing, same principle goes, focusing on progressive overload. That's the main thing. Then I do think, in my opinion, varying up your exercises fairly frequently, let's say every 3 months, is a really good idea, especially if it's a movement your body has never done before. For example, with CrossFit, once I started introducing those exercises, I definitely found I had more development in my triceps and my shoulders because of doing a lot more shoulder work with my strict handstand push-ups and stuff. Definitely found actually an improvement in mobility because of just being in the overhead squat position for a long time and doing a lot more front squats. And you might find when you start a lot of new movements that it is a little bit painful sometimes because your body hasn't been used to it, but I'd recommend persisting because you will get there. But if somebody was a beginner to CrossFit and started doing these explosive movements, I wouldn't recommend doing that straight away because you do need a foundation of strict strength behind you before you try explosive movements like the split jerk or the snatch, in my opinion, or the different types of pull-ups. So if you're a more advanced lifter, you've been training for a few years, say 3 or 4 years, and you're wondering how to change up your training to get a bit more muscular stimulus, then try incorporating a different style of training. If you've just done bodybuilding, try incorporating some powerlifting in there. Or if you've just done powerlifting, bit of bodybuilding, not even maybe doing all of CrossFit, but just like elements of CrossFit. Or trying some calisthenics, just putting that in there, different types of holds, could be like isometric holds in calisthenics, because your body won't be used to it and it will have to adapt to it. Oh, and I should say, beginner or advanced lifter, I'd always recommend keeping up a regular cardiovascular exercise program. So for me, I do 5 miles of running every day, so 6 days a week, but taking the Sunday off for when I do church and stuff, like the rest day. On the 7th day, God rested. And that's just good for heart health and will actually help you performing in the gym as well. Hope all of this information helps. If you do have any questions, please let me know. Comment on here, or you can send me a message on social media, which is in the description below. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in my next vlog.